guest is the author of a new book called Burnt Toast, and of course we all know her as Susan on the mega hit Desperate Housewives. Please welcome back the delightful Teri Hatcher. The title, I remember you were talking about this before, Burnt Toast. What does this mean?
Well, it's a metaphor, really. The idea that women really, in their sort of generosity and loving, self-sacrificing gestures as wives and moms, give and give and give, and sort of end up taking the last and the least best for themselves. And the idea that if you were having a breakfast and you had a lot of golden brown toast, and then there was the one charred piece, that the mom usually is the one that goes, no, I'll take that. And
that is so true.
Yeah. And so this is a book that uses the anecdotes of my life and the sort of things I've learned, the things I've failed with, to my own journey of not eating the burnt toast anymore. And I want to get you to not eat it too.
Okay. No one should eat it.
No one should eat it. That's exactly right.
All right, so there's a story in here about you swimming with humpback whales.
There is a story in there. I think it's, you know, in an area where it just talks about being ready for your second chance and being open to what might happen, even when you think dreams are over, which is really what happened to me in my career. And this was my daughter and I were swimming in Mexico. We were on a whale watching experience, and we'd sort of given up on finding any whales, and we were in a very, very small boat, and bigger than that, but small. And we were really out in the middle of the ocean with a guide, and this humpback whale came up and just was swimming around the boat, underneath the boat. You could see, I mean, so close. And the diver guide woman said, you know, he's romancing us. Does anyone want to get in? So, of course, I threw on a snorkel mask. We jumped in our clothes. The second I got in, water went all through the mask. I couldn't see anything, and I was thinking, Jaws is here. The whale's going to eat me. I hate this. I was scrambling to the boat. I didn't see the whale. I got back on the boat. I felt totally defeated. The lady swam around, of course, had a magical experience with the whale, and I'm sitting there jealous. And the whale swam away about 100 yards, and then it came back and started doing it again, and the second chance. Well, that time, I was sort of scared and disappointed, and I didn't quite get my mask on, and I was a little like, I didn't make it happen, and it swam away. And I thought, Teri Hatcher, you are the biggest loser. Here you are, and this humpback whale is giving you the most amazing spiritual experience of your life, and you're too afraid to get in the water. Well, that whale came back 3 times. It came back one more time, as if it were like a fairy tale with 3 wishes. And I said, if I don't do this, I can never look myself in the mirror again. So I put the mask on, I faced my fear, I got in the water, and I swam around within feet of that whale.
That's amazing.
And my daughter, I have a picture of my daughter leaning over the boat like this far from touching the whale. I mean, we were having, this whale was giving me a chance to face my fears, and I really feel like that's something we need to do in our lives.
Yeah.
They shouldn't dominate us.
I want to have, yeah. That's, you know, I want to have that whale on the show. It seems like an incredible whale. So speaking of Emerson, too, you tell a story about Emerson when your water broke, when you were pregnant with Emerson.
Yes.
Which I cannot believe you did this.
I know. I'm kind of nutty. But
yeah.
Ultimately, you know, it all adds up.
Tell people what you did
up to my life.
When your water broke.
I was cooking dinner, and actually I was making pork chops and spinach and cherry pie and mashed potatoes, which I now have every November 10th as a celebration. So I was in the middle of cooking dinner when I felt sort of weird, and of course I'm so neat about it. I like ran to the bathroom and my water broke on the toilet. You know, because God forbid I make a mess. And I called the doctor, and she said, well, come straight to the hospital. And I said, can I blow dry my hair first? And she said, what? And I said, well, I just feel like this is the last time I'm ever going to have time to take care of myself, and I just like the way my hair looks better when it's blown dry, so do you mind if I blow dry my hair? I want to look pretty when my baby's born. And she said, all right, crazy lady, and so I did, and that was the last time I blew dry my hair for about 5 years.
Yeah. It's hilarious. All right. We have to take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about what you say about men in the book too. You're quite honest about what you've been through. We'll be right back with Teri Hatcher.